Hi, my name is Deslilemi Anak Jantan alias Jantan, and my metric number is HFT10203. So, let us begin with abstract. This report is related to the transaction of the company. Transactions made by this company are from October 1, 2020 until 31st October 2020, which is equivalent to the 1 month. There are 13 transactions that have been made regardless of the entry and withdrawal of the company money to save the company's money. A company must record every entry and withdrawal of money so that the company manager knows where and who has dealt with the money. As such, transactions should always be recorded. Besides that, this report is included the journal of the transaction in the company. After that, the report also included posts of the ledger account, where students need to prepare financial statement and includes account for assets, liability, owners, equity, reverse, and expenses. Besides, the trial balance of this company transaction also be prepared. For introduction, this report was prepared by Group 1 and there are 5 students in this group. This report prepared the transaction account due to the case study about the company transaction from 1st October until 31st October 2020. This business report was the financial transaction between 2 companies or more, and no matter what it is, even through the money, goods, and even the service. The business transaction will be affected at the financial of the company. The business transaction was divided into 2 types of transaction with its internal and external transaction. It has been prepared included the journal, account ledger, of the company and the trial balance and the profit and loss statement, and also the sheet statement. And the case study about the transaction in the table have been shown there. It was the thing that we need to convert into the ledger account and so on. The transaction were included the 13 days that have been stated in the table, and the entry and withdrawal in this company was many. The rationale of this report is just want to know how much the money that this company have been spent for this 1 month.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Irfan Idham bin Muhammad Jais. My metric number is H21A2234. So basically, I'm going to simply brief about the full set of account that we have prepared for this accounting case study, which is journal entry, ledger account, statement profit and loss, trial balance, and balance sheet statement. First of all, we start with journal entry. So on the 1st October, the amount of cash on the debit side is 500,000. The amount of capital on the credit side is 600,000. The computer equipment amount on the debit side is 100,000. On the 2nd October, the amount of rent and cash on the debit and credit side is 15,000. At the 4th October, the amount of equipment and creditors on debit and credit side is 12,000. On the 8th October, cash and service rendered on debit and credit side is 32,000. On the 10th October, service rendered and debtors amount on debit and credit side is 27,000. On the 12th October, the amount of equipment and cash on debit and credit side is 8,000. On the 15th October, the amount of cash and salaries on the debit and credit side is 6,200. On the 18th October, cash and debtor amount on debit and credit side is 15,000. on the 25th October, the creditor and cash amount for the debit and credit side is 12,000. And 28th October, the drawing and cash amount for the debit and credit side is 500. On the 30th October, the cash and debtor on the debit side is 500,000, and the service rendered amount on the credit side is 80,000. So lastly is 31 October for the amount of salaries and cash on the debit and credit side is 700. And also utilities for electricity and water is 5,600. So the second part is a ledger account. So for the cash account, as you can see on the table here, the final amount of cash account is 587,000. The second one is capital account. As you can see on the table here, the final amount for the capital account is 600,000. The third one is computer equipment. The final amount is 120,000. The fourth one is rent account. The final amount is 15,000. And next we go to the creditor account. The final amount is 12,000. So the next one is income account. The amount is 99,000. And debtor account, the amount is 67,000. And we go for the wages account. As you can see on the table, the final amount is 69,000. Drawing account, the final amount is 500. Utilities account is the total is 5,600, and the final account is accurate utilities account. So the final amount here we can see is 5,600. The third one is the trial balance. So this is the trial balance at 31 October 2022. So for the capital on the credit side is 600,000. On the debit side of computer equipment is 100,000. For the equipment is 20,000. Debtor is 52,000. Cash is 200,000. So for the creditor on the credit side is 5,600. On the debit side of drawing is 500. Service rendered on credit side is 139,000. For the rent on the debit side is 15,000. Salaries and wages is 69,000. Utilities expenses for electricity is 1,100. And lastly is utilities expenses for water is 3,800. So the total for both debit and credit side is 744,600,000. So the fourth one is the statement of profit and loss. This is the statement profit and loss for the end of the year 30 October 2022. On the credit side, service rendered is 139,000. For the rental on the debit side is 50,000. Utilities electricity is 1,800. Utilities water is 3,800. Salaries and wages is 6,900. So the net profit is 27,500 and 111,500,000. So lastly is a balance sheet statement. So this is a balance sheet statement on 30 October 2022. On the fixed asset, the computer equipment is 100,000, the equipment is 20,000, and the amount is 120,000. For the current asset, the debtor amount is 52,000, cash is 544,600, so the amount is 569,000. On the last current liability, the creditor amount is 5,600 and 591,000. Working capital is 711,000. and finance by capital is 600,000. At net profit is 111,500,000, and also at net profit is 7,011,500. So the last drawing is 500, and the final amount is 711,000.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Alia Fatmin binti Muhammad Razali. My matric number is H21A2359. I will explain about the usefulness profit and loss statement. The usefulness profit and loss statement is financial statement that summarize the revenue, cost, expense incurred during a specific period. The profit and loss statement is one of the financial statement every public company issue quarterly and annually along with the balance sheet and the cash flow statement. When used together, the profit and loss statement, balance sheet and cash flow statement provide an in-depth look at a company financial statement together. It is important to compare profit and loss statement from different accounting period, as any change over time become more meaningful than the number themselves. I will explain about each structure of the profit and loss statement. One of the structure is sale or revenue. This figure is total sale of a company over a prescribed time period. It includes both cash sale as well as the account receivable over the period. Also, any discount, return or allowance have to be subtracted from the sale to arrive at a total revenue amount. Second structure is cost of goods sold. That is the direct cost of producing a good is the cost of goods sold. This include the cost of material, labor, overhead directly used to manufacture a product. Next structure is gross margin. Gross margin, in a simple word, is all the direct costs relating to the good product and services are deducted from the total revenue figure to arrive at the gross margin. Structure is depreciation. Depreciation is the decrease or reduction in the value of physical asset over time with its use and wear and tear. Is taxes. This figure include the current as well deferred tax liability of a company. The last structure is net income. Net income is the final figure to arrive in the net income of the company.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Islam binti Sirajuddin and my matric number is H21A2583. Next, I will continue about the usefulness of the balance sheet statements. First is risk and return. The balance sheet simply lists your business, asset, and liabilities in one place. Current and long-term assets reflect your ability to generate cash and sustain business operation. In conclusion, short and long-term debts prioritize your business financial obligation. Next is helpful financial ratios. These measures include the current ratio and the asset test of the ratio, and they are calculated using information from your balance sheet. The current ratio is a business current asset divided by its current liabilities. Current assets are cash and those that will be converted to cash within a year, and current liabilities are those due within a year. Third is investor and loans. Your balance sheet is an ever-change document on which you constantly write new asset, new acquire, or new liabilities that your company undertakes. When updated frequently, your balance sheet will give potential lenders and investors the information they need to make informed decisions about lending your money or other resources. Lastly, explaining with balance sheet analysis. The balance sheet provides an organized view of current liabilities, including short-term debts in the form of account payable, that is inventory or service that have been purchased from other business and expense at credit. These are items such as salaries to employees or tax that will be paid soon. The balance sheet also outlines long-term debts such as loans. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurain Khadija binti Safar and my matrix number is H21A2340. In summary, accounting is important for organizations and business to record and report the financial transaction of the company, which are the systematic ways for the company to keep their financial transaction. The final function of accounting is systematically recording the financial transaction in the accounts books, and accounting also works to find out the profit loss and financial positions of the organization and business for the company. Besides, accounting is needed and important for any business transaction. Accounting helps record, classify, and summarize the financial transaction for the organization. Accounting plays an important role in a business or organization because it helps to track expenditures and income. The financial information can be used in making business decisions. The income statement gives information about the profit and loss of the business, while the balance sheet provides a clear picture of the financial position of the business on a particular date. The cash flow statement is the connection between the income statement and the balance sheet. It is important to keep your financial records updated and clean to keep the business sustained. Financial accounting has defined as a procedure of documenting and reporting the multiple transactions resulting from trading operations following the time frame. The financial transactions are compiled and prepared for the comprising the income statement, financial statements, balance sheet, and cash flow statement that records the enterprise's operating accomplishment over a particular period. Financial accounting is a specific accounting that helps maintain an organization or business review. All the transactions are entered with the help of regular guidelines, and it is shown a financial report or financial statement. Financial accounting prepares the financial statements that take into account the following aspects of the business: expenses, revenue, asset, equity, and liability. Financial accounting is very important to increase the profit and efficiency as it helps in managing all the financial resources of the organization or company. Thank you.